Alright, so here we have some of the figures that I picked up from Star Wars The Last Jedi, Wave 1 and 2, 3.75 inch, 5 points of articulation figures. And I kind of decided, you know, the best way to review these guys, since there's not really much to review about them, is just to unbox them, like unboxing reviews. And essentially, yeah, they're 5 points of articulation, and what you're really buying with these figures are the fantastic details that each figure has that look really nice on your Star Wars shelf. And these are mostly, for collectors, these are just going to be display figures. If you're a kid who loves to play with your figures, these are going to be a blast. It's not, you know, it brings you kind of like how it was back in the 80s when we didn't have any other points of articulation except for the 5 points of articulation of the neck, shoulders, and hips. That's it. And each and every one of these characters share the same, almost the same card art on the back. It's a hand holding the figure itself. So if it's Rose, it's Rose. If it's Paige, it's Paige, and all that. I'm not going to do that. But just looking at the artwork, these are photoshopped artwork, not, I don't know if they're really actual photographs, but they look like they've been photoshopped. They look really nice for each figure. Paige and Rose, I'm very excited to find out what their roles are going to be. I hope they're not just minor, very minor characters. Kylo Ren's new outfit. He's got the full-on cape right now instead of those tattered scarf type of cape. He's got that scar which Rey gave him back in The Force Awakens, and he's got his new tunic, new lightsaber, I suppose. Interesting. Yep, we got a new C-3PO figure. Obviously, we're going to get a new one because he's getting all gold. No more silver leg, no more red arm. All gold C-3PO. Would have been nice if it were gold chrome, but metallic gold is enough. Never had an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure before the modern one. I did have the old Kenner version with the slip-on vest type of a cape. That was cool. That was one of my very first Jedi figures, Star Wars figures back in the day, and I brought it with me all the time. It had that telescoping lightsaber on his hand, and that was great. But the unupdated one, the old man Ben Kenobi, never had it for some reason. Not even Power of the Force, whatever. This looks really great. Love this Alec McGuinness artwork. I do hope we see him in The Last Jedi, please. Or if not, in at least episode 9, maybe J.J. Abrams can bring him back. I don't know why there's so much hate for J.J. Abrams doing these movies. I love his work, and I love what he did with The Force Awakens. I don't know, okay? I'm just a big fan. Maybe I'm biased, whatever. This is the new Rey figure in her Jedi training. Apparently she brought clothes with her for Jedi training on that island. I don't know, who knows, right? Yeah, pretty cool. We got the old man Luke as the Jedi Master, the Grand Jedi Master. Luke seems this is the only one left. Everybody's died. He could be the last Jedi for all we know, not Rey. Ooh, no, it's gonna be Rey. And here is another Rey figure with the Praetorian Guard. I really intended to just get this because of the Praetorian Guard, and I wasn't really looking at getting this one. But seeing that the head sculpt on this one kind of looked better than this one, I decided to pick it up anyway. But this one looks a little bit anime-ish. We'll see once we've opened them up. So with that, let's get them all opened. And here they are out of packaging, and boy, the details on each of the figures are absolutely fantastic. I mean, Hasbro put all their money on the details and really didn't pay any attention to articulation. So if you're looking for articulation, the articulation on these figures are crap. They're gonna get a 5 out of 10 just for articulation. But for details, they are going to get a 10 out of 10 each, just for details. So if you averaged out, each of these figures are probably going to get a 7, 7.5 out of 10. But that's beside the point. Figures are great, and let's start with the new faces. Sorry about that, Kylo Ren. Let's start with Rose, Resistance Tech Rose. And I'll give you a close-up on that. Wow, the details on the uniform. Well, the gun's okay, it's not painted. Very nice. I love the head sculpt detail on this girl. Oh my goodness, this figure. Wow, look at that. There's a little bit of a glossy wash here and there where some parts nothing, but just the details overall on this figure, I absolutely love. She comes with a rifle. And again, I suppose we're going to see more of her as she infiltrates the Snoke's headquarters, whatever, in that officer get up together with Finn. What's interesting about, so I'm looking forward to that, and that figure will come with the 2 droids, BB-8 and BB-8. BB-9E and BB-8. And now she comes with this little tool that you can easily lose at the moment you open it. Glad it's really taped up, and it's feels like it's a tool. It's a technician's tool for something on a welding or something, whatever, fixing, or a wrench. And it tabs in nicely right here on her hip. And I thought that was nice. That's an interesting, very, very nice bit of detail that Hasbro's put on these figures. They're really nice when it comes to details. So great job on Rose. Now we'll go with Paige. Paige, I thought, was a great character. It was a great figure in terms of details. Look at this. She's got her standard pistol, pilot's pistol that we've gotten most in the Force Awakens figures, and she has this really nice sort of gas mask or oxygen mask with the helmet type of accessory, and that's where your money goes to. I mean, that kind of detail. Before we take off the helmet and all that, let's look at the uniforms details. Look at that jumpsuit. Would have been nice if the straps were extra pieces, but we're not gonna get that because 5 points of articulation, right? Very nice. Has a glossy wash, nice vest. I love the paint apps on the devices they attach on each of the pilot. Gloves, Resistance, Rebel Alliance logo, very nice. And again, going back to this feature, the mask pops off just like a normal pilot would, and the helmet comes off as well. And she has that headgear. It's a shame that the headgear is non-removable. Would have been nice, but great detail on Paige. Fantastic job. Kylo Ren. So we got a new figure. Let me just pan out. This is the old Kylo Ren, the unmasked version of Kylo Ren. And let me just take off the hood and cloak for this one. And as you can see, they've redone the sculpt. He's less puffy. It's more accurate to Adam Driver's likeness. It's got that scar. It's much smaller though, so very nice. Lightsaber looks to be the same. Oh no, kind of different. If you look at them, this one has more detail, I think, or it's just because it's painted black. I think it has more detail. I think it's bigger, it's thicker than this one. The blade, this one is much thinner than this one. Don't know if you can see that. Obviously the red is much darker on this one. This one's lighter. So it's a new lightsaber. Glad Hasbro didn't recycle that. Thank you, Hasbro. It's got a removable cape, much like what they did with what's his name from Rogue One? Krennic, Director Krennic. So very nice. Can stand on its own. Let me just stay right there. The figure itself, very nice detail. It's got that glossy wash on his new tunic. Great head sculpt, as I mentioned. Great lightsaber. Pants, new boots. Yep. Now has the strap. The other one just looks like regular Wellingtons. Very nice. And he's much thinner. Sorry to bring it back. Look at this. He's got thicker pants, thicker boots. Very nice. Well done. Love it. That belt is now silver instead of that blackish gray, gunmetal gray type. So, okay. Cape. No wash on the cape. Just a plain black, soft PVC material cape. And he's not in a stance. That's great. You can have him standing around. So, very nice. C-3PO. Great detail. It's an all gold C-3PO mold. Not a lot of quality issues on him. Why can't he swivel? Isn't it? Oh, there we go. So very tight. Maybe the paint just got in there. Very nice details, as what you'd expect from C-3PO. And 5 points of articulation will suit him. He doesn't really do much action in any of the movies except run around and flail his arm. We're doomed. We're doomed. R2. Okay, so that's C-3PO. On to old man Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And this is great. Soft PVC material for the cape. Very shiny looking indeed. I don't think you can remove it unless you force it out of the shoulders. You force out the shoulders and you remove it. I love the way they've molded the arms so that he could do this when Vader strikes him down. If you strike me down now, I shall become more powerful than ever, than you can ever imagine, Vader. Something like that. So it's very, very cool. I was a little bit skeptic on getting this figure because he's got his arms bent, but then I open him up and he can double fist his lightsaber just like in episode 4. Vader strikes him down. Also, if you want him like this, it still fits him in that scene where he was scurrying about, he was just sneaking around looking for Vader or something like that. I thought that fit him very, very nicely. But on the shelf, I'm going to have him posed like this. Very nice. Really nice. Thank you, Hasbro, for that. All right, on to Rey and Luke. Let's start with the 2-pack since it's already fallen. So, Praetorian Guard and Rey. Again, Hasbro just can't let these backpacks go away. I mean, these ridiculous accessories that they've got on. Come on. So, Rey's got this War Machine Gatling gun apparatus that he can use to blast away Kylo Ren instead of her lightsaber. Like, screw that lightsaber training, right? Blasters will do the thing, just blast everybody. And it is an absolute pain to get on this figure. I mean, not that much of a pain, but it's just, I can't even get it out. Look at that. I mean, just looking at it, I was like, how the hell am I going to get that onto that figure? But you can, and luckily these things are soft. You can mold them, but this thing's hard as heck. And yeah, so screw with that. We don't need that. She has her standard staff. I'm surprised they kept it with the strap on. I would have wanted this one. For some reason, I wish they would have given us a Rey figure without the strap, just with the staff. So, you know, she looks, I don't remember. Well, she did have a strap on it, but it looked really nice without the strap, and it would look nicer onto the figure holding the staff without that strap. So Hasbro, you could have done us a favor. No articulation, fine, but should have improved on the staff. She has her gun, her blaster, which we've already seen from previous figures, and it fits nicely again in this holster. So very, very cool. And she's got that dark blue lightsaber that Anakin used to have passed on to Luke, and now it's with her. So let me just pan out and show you the old Rey, just to compare head sculpts. And so here's that staff, which they just repurposed, I think. The lightsaber looks to be different. This one has a hook. Very, very nice. And the color is obviously different. I don't know, for some reason, even the Force FX lightsaber, the blade is a much darker blue than the Luke Skywalker. It's the same lightsaber, right? And, well, if you've done some research on lightsabers, the reason they're red for Sith is because they corrupt the kyber crystal of a Jedi's lightsaber. They make it bleed. So maybe this one, because her force, she's a force wielder, something's awakened her, she's a much stronger force wielder than any of the other Jedis. That's why the blue is darker. I have no idea. But looking at head sculpts, let's talk about that for another day. But just looking at the head sculpts right now, Daisy Ridley-ish type of head sculpt. This is more anime. This is more of Nancy from Stranger Things. So I don't know. Now let's compare with the head sculpt with the other figure. This is the single-carded Rey, and this is the 2-pack Rey, and this is the Force Awakens Rey we've seen. And as you can see, none of them look like Daisy Ridley. This is probably the closest one I can see, but so anime, Nancy from Stranger Things, and this one, okay, this might be passable as Daisy. A little bit of the paint wasn't complete with that. Paint should have been sort of like that. So tough choice. Gun, this one has the silver gun. This one just has a gray gun. So that sucks. Okay, should have been both silver. Now I have to choose. Probably have to get rid of one. Lightsaber wise, I love the dark blue on this one. As you can see, it's more transparent. And this one's light blue, darker blue. This one's really darkest, but it's a little bit too opaque for me. So if I want to keep one of these figures, I guess this has to be the figure I want to keep. The strap is a lot shinier on this one, the single card one, than this one. Holster, same thing. There's more of a shinier wash there. This one has a darker type of gray. This one is more of a brownish type of gray for her inner tunic. The gray on the drapes, this one looks to be darker. This one looks to be lighter. For the hair, looks almost the same. And like I said, this one, the paint apps are different there. This one a little bit curly. This one straight. And again, the resemblance, she has more of anime type of eyes look to her. This one has more of a Daisy Ridley type. Also the skin tone on this one is a lot better looking flesh. This is more of a pasty type of flesh. So boots are the same. This is khakis, this one is gray pants, and I don't know which one to keep. I might just keep both, but I do want to get rid of one, and that's going to be a tough one. I'll probably most likely get rid of the 2-pack version. I'll probably swap the guns, put the gray gun in the 2-pack. The staff is they look like the same piece. Nope, the single carded one is thinner. This one is much thicker plastic, as you can see. Anyway, so that's that. Onto the Praetorian Guard. Very nice detail, and each and every one has that Allspark blue painted dot. Every single one of them had it. I don't know what it's for. Maybe it's like an illumination. Maybe they're robots or something. These guys are like, that's for their armor. I have no idea. Comes with a double bladed weapon, which is very nice. A little bit thick on the handle. You can split them, so you can wield them with 2 hands. Can't even fit in. Okay, this one, yep. Why have one when you can do 2, right? But it looks kind of funny doing that, like, okay. But he can hold the 2 ends, the 2 blades of his weapon. Very nice. Underneath, what is this? Oh, it's for the force thing. So this is, I guess, the new Emperor's Royal Guard, I suppose. So it's Snoke's elite Praetorian Guard. Everything's so copied from the original trilogy. I'm like, please don't make the story the same. No, Rey, I am your brother. So, oh my God, that's gonna be so cheesy if Kylo Ren does that. I swear to God, they're running out of ideas. And finally, old man Luke. A little bit disappointing. I was expecting more. That's it. That's his getup. It's a nice detailed Jedi tunic. Great head sculpt. Doesn't look like Luke though. He's got his robot fist or hand. And the Jedi cloak doesn't come on or anything. It's a nice sculpt. Can stand on its own. And it just fits nicely on him. Underneath, he's got that white Jedi pants. And that's it. That's it. So, let me know what you think. Are they worth picking up, or just wait 6 months to a year? They'll be on 70% clearance. I like them. I think they're just great just to display on the shelf. They get dusty, exposed to the elements and all that. You're not going to worry about it. They cost about $12 each here in Manila. big drop from $13 of the Force Awakens. The Force Awakens figures and Rogue One figures were $13. Now this year, the Last Jedi figures, 5 points articulation, went down to $12. So there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been some of the Last Jedi 5 points of articulation, 3.75-inch figures for Wave 1 and Wave 2. Obviously, I've not picked up Poe, Yoda, General Hux, simply because I'm not interested in those figures. Might get Poe, I don't know. But without the X-Wing, I really don't want to get that pilot Poe. I'm looking to get that speeder Poe though, but I don't like the speeder. So we'll see. There you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.